Welcome back to NASCAR Race Up. Jimmy Spencer all fired up this week. Something big going on in NASCAR that's rattled your cage, Mr. E.
Danielle, I am not a happy camper. And it all goes back to last Thursday. Denny Hamlin was fined $25,000 by NASCAR for comments he made after Phoenix. And unfortunately, this is the story of the 2013 season.
I'm not going to try to be the pessimist, but it wasn't as good as I would hope. But there's a lot of room for improvement for this car. It's going to be tough. It's going to take a little while for us to get these cars driving as good as what we had the Generation 5.
Wow. You know, he brings up a valid point. There wasn't a lead change under green in the last quarter of the race. Let's stop there, though. This isn't about the racing. It's about NASCAR trying to censor what these drivers are saying. Denny Hamlin gave his opinion. His opinion. Hey, he didn't threaten anyone or say the car was junk. He just said it was a work in progress. And for that, got fined? NASCAR, isn't that what you've been saying this entire time? That it's a work in progress? So, what's wrong with Denny saying that? It's his opinion. Hey, take a listen here to just a few of the opinions we've heard over the years.
Because Goodyear can't build a tire that's worth the crap, so if I were Goodyear, I'd be really embarrassed about this weekend and what they brought us here.
I'm still not a very big fan of these things. I can't stand to drive them. They suck.
Honestly, I think if we haven't crashed at least 50% of the field by the end of the race, we need to extend the race till we at least crash 50% of the cars. I think we ought to make it a figure eight. I mean, I think if we could make it a figure eight, it'd be perfect. It would absolutely be perfect here. It'd be better than what we got.
That is intense stuff. But it's what made our sport. But do you know the difference between Denny's comment and those? It's that none of them got fined at all. NASCAR, are you kidding me? How can you tell me Denny Hamlin said anything worse than those guys?
Hold on, Jimmy. The Vice President of Competition, Robin Pemberton, did offer an explanation.
Was there any warnings given to the drivers before the start of the season, not to go down this line of commentary?
I don't think so. I think those are some of the conversations we may have had a few years ago. But it's more of a matter of fact that you can't criticize your core product and what you're trying to do. Constructive criticism.
Criticize? He didn't criticize anything. Hey, I do give NASCAR credit for trying to protect the product. But how can you tell a driver not to speak his mind? Because that's what this sport was built on. That's what these fans expect. Now take a listen to who NASCAR relies on as a spokesman for the sport.
Sometimes while you don't always like it, you got to bite your tongue and just go out there and race. And listen, I've been there before where I've wanted to challenge that and say those things.
Now, NASCAR fans expect the truth. Jeff Gordon just told us he won't always tell it the way it is. We need more drivers to speak their minds without fear of repercussions. In this situation, NASCAR, I fully support Dennis, and any driver for that matter.
You certainly emptied the tank with that one, Jimmy. A whole lot to say. Thanks so much for being here. He's back to answer your emails Thursday, and we're back